Hey guys. Another win or a win for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and may I say that it it felt good. Our first game over 400 yards, and what do you know? It's without Matt Canada. Now, could there have been things that could have been cleaned up further down? Yes, but I love the the way they answered. Again, we got a Boswell field goal, his second, which put us up 16 to nothing, or 16-7. My bad. Um, I'm going to look at stats right now, and let's see here. Yeah, this was just a good showing. What we needed to see. Was it perfect? No. Am I confident that we'll win the rest of the games? No. I'm not there yet. They need to show a little bit more. Because there were times in this game where it could have turned out way worse. We really should have had more points, but I'll let that slide. Okay, Kenny Pickett, besides he had a pretty kind of abysmal first and second quarter, but picks it up in the third. He ends the game with 24 completions on 33 attempts for 278 yards, which is a career high for him now since last year, I believe. He had 0 touchdowns, but we won. I mean, at least that. Okay, going on. Kenny had 2 attempts, 5 rushing yards. Here's where it all just came together for the offense in general. Najee Harris, 15 attempts, 99 yards, 6.6 yards a carry. 22, how ironic, was his longest rush of the game with 1 touchdown. Jaylen Warren, what can you say? I mean, he didn't go off like he did, but that's okay. He really didn't need to. 13 attempts, 49 yards. 9 yards was his longest run. Now let's go down to receiving here. Deontay Johnson, 4 receptions, 50 yards, 12 yards. He averaged 12.5 yards a carry, or 5 yards per reception that he got. 39 was his longest catch. Darnell Washington, he had 1 catch for 10 yards, which gave us that 1 first down we needed. George Pickens, 3 receptions, 58 yards. 43 yards was his longest catch. Allen Robinson, 1 reception, 11 yards. And it's funny because it's his jersey number. And yeah. But by far the game ball and receiving should go to Pat Fryermuth with 9 receptions, 120 yards. 29 yards was his longest catch they had. And Calvin Austin had 1 catch for 5 yards. Now, defense. Landon Roberts had 4 tackles. Trenton Thompson, what can I say, dude? 5 tackles, 1 interception. He didn't get that 1 interception he had, or he should have had last week, but he got 1 this week. And what better way to do it than versus the Cincinnati Bengals? Chandon Sullivan, he really didn't do anything. He had one tackle. Nick Herbig had one tackle, which would be the sack that he had. Joey Porter had one tackle. Mikel Walker with 4 tackles. Patrick Pearson with 1 tackle. Cameron Hayward with 3 tackles. And he had 3 tackles and 1 sack. TJ Watt, 5 tackles, 2 sacks. I mean, he's the best fucking defensive player in the league. What are you going to expect from TJ Watt? DeMonte Casey, 2 tackles. Yeah, all around, I'm very happy that we got this win. Am I convinced that they'll win out? Like I said at the beginning of this video, no. But we've seen improvements from where we were with Canada. Again, didn't have to be drastic, big changes. You didn't have to go and do a superstar thing. But getting, just for the fact, and just to show how important he is to this team, sorry if the mic does that, but showing how important he is to this team, freaking Pat Fryermuth had 9 tackles. Or not 9 tackles. Bruh. Had 9 receptions, 129 yards. If you get him involved, then you can get so much better. You can do better. Get everybody involved. Kenny he had his moments where he looked like the player where he just does one read, which still pisses me off, but I'm a very happy camper with this win. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say, well, this is when we go on our win streak, we're going to the Super Bowl. No, just because we had a 400-yard game does not guarantee you a Super Bowl. For this team to be a Super Bowl team, we need, first of all, we need to get a new offensive line coach. We need a coordinator who can relate to these younger guys. Because, again, still Mike Tomlin's play is still, it's stale. And some of that showed today. Hang on. Anyway, but, yeah, it's such a good game, and if you hear something in the background, it's my TV. The Houston and Jacksonville game is on. But what I'm trying to say is that we showed improvements. We showed what we can do without Canada. But we need to get better in some places. We did good in the run game today, but that could change going into the next game, which I have a feeling that I think it's the Cardinals. I think it's the Cardinals. Yes, the Cardinals on December 3rd. That'll be our next game. So we get like a kind of a bye on it, but again, it worries me again in this game. We could have given up so much, and we did at one point. One play by Jake Brown, I think his name is Jake Browning, throws it to Joe Mixon on a screen pass. I believe it's a screen pass or whatever they call it, like the halfback option play or something. I don't know. Forgive me. But this is the best game we probably had all year. That's being completely honest. I mean, first time, think about it, first time since week 2 of 2020 was our last 400-yard game. That's over 50-some games. And that was under Matt Canada. And we have our interim guys come in, and their first game we get 400. Don't expect it every week, because it's not going to happen every week. All we want to see is improvement and see the heart of true Steeler players. That these guys are true Pittsburgh Steeler players. Now, we've seen George Pickens get involved a little bit more. It was great. It was awesome. Nice to see him get involved. We kind of went away from that with Canada. Again, not all on Canada. Freaking Kenny needed to figure things out. But if we can build off of a game like this, but also message to the defense, you need to play better, because this could have easily gotten out of hand. We did play good. We had a damn good defense today, but guys like Larry Ogunjobi, Joey Porter Jr., which he still needs time to develop, which I'll give him a pass on that, but you got to develop going forward. Yeah, I mean, above anything else, really, Jamar Chase didn't get involved very much, which is shocking to me, considering the amount of talent that he is, and he is a superstar receiver in this league. It just goes to show what happens when you take away a team's best option, but also do not give all the attention to a guy like Jamar Chase. You got to look at guys like Joe Mixon, which you did good stopping in the run today. You need to be able to get to the quarterback and pressure him. This is all key stuff that we need to work on and continue to do, because guys like TJ Watt, TJ's in 29 or 30 years old now, he's only going to age from there. And who knows when he'll slow down, but we're looking at this as a thankful view, and how we can build on it. We need to push forward. I'm not going to continue to stop crapping on Kenny. I'm going to eventually. If he proves me wrong, prove us all wrong, Kenny, and get us down the field for more touchdowns. Dan Moore fucking sucks. He stinks. I want him gone. But anyway, above all else, good performance. I really do hope that we can build off of this, and moving forward, man, we could do so much with this momentum. But this is the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and have a blessed day. Peace.